Hey guys, Crew Blonde Wave, I'm Eric.
I'm Aaron.
Flash! Aaron. Last time on Flash.
Grodd and Solivar.
And Savitar.
No.
Yes.
No, Solivar.
Savitar's at the end.
Oh.
I got you.
Get a poll.
Yeah. Of the Grodd episodes this season, which one was your favorite? Was it Attack on Gorilla City or was it Attack on Central City? Mine was a Gorilla City.
Did I go with the second one?
I don't know. Sometimes you do that, even if you don't feel it in your heart.
I think I went with the second one.
With the Central City?
Yeah.
Well, you had 39% of people with you. And 60%, we're missing a percent, but sometimes the app does that, went with Attack on Gorilla City. So I win!
What?
I don't know.
It was cool to see, like, the city itself.
Yeah.
But I also like seeing all three speedsters in the second one.
I get you. Ryan O'Malley said, Attack on Central City shouldn't have been the title. It should have been Plan to Attack Central City.
Yeah. Walk into the city.
Well, it was an attack on Central City. They just stopped it.
It should be the walk into Central City.
Yeah. Irvish said, Gorilla City was amazing. Grodd was more of a threat in that episode. Also, Earth 19 Flash is called Accelerated Man, and his costume is actually very, very comic book accurate.
Accelerated Man?
Accelerated Man! Nairi said, yeah, Attack on Gorilla City was the best episode. You saw more action. Sorry, guys, I think I was the person who spoiled Eric, because in last week, in poll, I said it was a two-parter. Sorry, my bad. Nairi, damn it. Thanks. I was excited whenever I read that.
I thought you've been a freezer.
It's all good. No. Why would I freeze her? Oh, Logan.
Idiot.
Forgot.
Tired.
Ricky said, Attack on Gorilla City was blah. This episode was hilarious. I had a blast watching it. Skeletor said, they were both okay. I just still happen to prefer earlier season episodes of Grodd when he was first in love with Caitlyn.
Now he's not. Well, I guess he is.
He does. He's like, there are those of you I care about.
It's complicated.
It's complicated. It's true. She's got another dude. That dude's about to die.
He was there.
Yeah. Kartik said, well, both episodes were kind of underwhelming. If I'm not mistaken, I don't think we actually saw Grodd and Barry actually fight. They had a punch into a shield and he fell.
He ran at him and Grodd went,
ooh. He did do that. Spirit Bomb! Who's to say the Grodd episodes are over? All episodes may be Grodd. Grodd will take over Flash, and then all of CW. Long live Grodd. I like that one, so we'll end with that one. Thank you, Spirit Bomb. Thank you so much. Thank you!
Home of the Flash.
And Kid
Flash. Ooh.
Nice.
Whoa.
All three of them. Wait, what happened with Wally?
I don't know.
Just fast enough to save Iris.
Oh, just fast.
Fast enough. Season 1 finale episode title.
We did it. We did it. Yeah, we did.
I don't remember that part of the song. Boots, fuck! Joe.
Well done, Joe. Congratulations.
I don't know if he's happy.
You're marrying the best man I know.
My son.
Shut up.
There's a 3-alarm fire in the Rob building. Fire department's evacuating it.
Would you have said no?
Jesse's a little preoccupied with the ring, so it's just you and me. Okay.
What are you two waiting for, Bill?
Jesse is preoccupied with the ring?
Yeah. People can die. I'm busy.
Yeah. Fuck off, guys!
Marriage is happening. Oh!
Whoa. That's a fucking suit.
Where is he? Who? Where's who? Savitar.
The fire.
Oh, yeah.
We're all still the four amigos here, right? What? You don't have that movie on this earth?
I'll go talk to him.
Just the extra amigo.
Kissy.
Kissy. They had steak. What do you think happened after?
They had dessert.
In case you...
Reverb told you that you could have been a god, but instead you'd rather work as tech support.
You want to tell me why
Shit.
we're enemies?
It's a roast.
Man, what did we ever do to you? You took everything from me. I am only this way because of you. All of you.
When do we meet?
Not long now. You're there when I become who I am.
You're saying I caused you to get your speed? I created you?
Oh no. I created myself. Barry, I am closer to my freedom than I have ever been. Every step, every move that you make, it only brings me nearer to it. I only need one more thing.
Andy, you love to hear yourself talk.
Yay! Hit monks.
I even booked the wedding.
Yep. Yep. No ring.
Nope.
Jessie. She took it. She's interested in the ring.
Tell my sister why you asked her to marry you. Go on. Tell her the real reason, Barry.
You didn't have a ring on your finger.
We weren't engaged yet. So you thought that if we were...
That it might change the future. Iris. Iris,
I need time to think.
Well, at least keep the ring on.
I don't.
I'm the one who betrayed everyone.
Why is she in the stun?
This is a simple case of the other side, Killer Frost, side of Caitlin clouding her better judgment, so.
No, HR. This wasn't her. It was me.
You will face my wrath. You will beg for mercy, and you will get none.
we got a hit. It's just that that hit is all of Central City.
That's not a hit. The whole city?
Yeah.
Not alone.
Okay.
She's right, Wally. You're not alone.
Well, that's just low. Savitar, or whatever.
Remember how they used him to open up the box? Like Siska's brother and stuff?
You're in my head again.
You were always so smart.
Weren't you, Wallace? But not smart enough. I have what I need to escape my hell, Wallace.
No, not everything. We still have a piece of that stone.
Not for long. And once I have it, you and everyone you love will perish.
I'm liking the suit.
You need to tell Barry, okay?
No, I can do this by myself. Jesse, please, just wait.
That's just silly.
But I thought that you were asking me purely out of love, not fear. And Barry, whether you realize it or not, now there's always going to be a part of us that's tainted.
Iris, I'm trying to save your life.
I know, and that's the problem. I want to be your wife, Barry. I don't want to be someone that you're trying to save for the rest of eternity.
That's right.
Where are we going? What happened? Savitar. Vibing.
Can't see anything.
King, so those things even working? Yep.
Stop it!
I just want to see if they're
What are
working.
you doing?
What do you see?
I'm seeing these white flashes. It's
Flashes?
Like, yeah, it's like Savitar speeding through like a storm.
No, it's not a storm. It's the Speed Force.
He's in the Speed Force. That's why only speedsters were able to see him.
That's why the future you trapped him.
That's right.
And that's why Savitar only appears for a few moments at a time, because the Speed Force just sucks him back in. That makes sense.
But we threw the Philosopher's Stone into the Speed Force.
And we gave him the very thing he needed to escape.
Except he said he still needed one thing. I don't think he can come out because he doesn't have the whole stone.
Guys, Wally went after Savitar, and he sped off.
You better be trying to put in the thing.
If Savitar gets a hold of the stone, then...
He'll escape for sure.
I can't find you. He turned off the suit's telemetry.
Well, damn. Well, exactly what he wants. What? He's being sucked in. Go get him!
Shit. It's like Grievous almost.
Yeah.
Look at that.
When you created Flashpoint, you unwittingly provided me with the means for my return. His youth and ego were my allies, so taken with his fame and speed, he never saw he was running right into my trap.
How do I get him out?
Wally's gone.
How do I get him out?
Suffering in an endless void for all eternity. Another victim Barry Allen failed to save.
Oh, they're in real space now.
Oh boy. But now, so everyone can see him though now.
Yeah. Ah!
Who are you? I am the future Flash.
Oh.
Damn it. Oh!
You have to live a little while longer, long enough to see Iris die.
Oh!
Ooh, wow.
Job, Barry?
Just yank.
Uh.
One will suffer a fate worse than that.
I'm not like your dad. I don't really know what the right words are.
Oh.
What are we gonna do? We have to bring him back. We have to save him. I can't lose Wally Barry.
And Iris, that's why Wally's not there in the future.
Not wearing the ring. What the fuck, Iris? You need support right now.
My affair's the reason for all of this.
Anything? Ah! Well, damn! Aaron.
Well,
Aaron.
my theory doesn't work.
What theory?
I created like a crazy theory
Yeah?
idea.
And then it got shut down?
I think so. It was gonna be like that Wally was
Savitar?
Savitar.
I thought about that too.
He's like, only I can create my own greatness. Like, he created Wally's speed, him messing with his mind and going insane, but only
Yeah.
his will's keeping him going.
Yeah.
And like, maybe they became enemies and stuff like that. And like, that could be an interesting story idea. But
I am the future Flash.
yeah, like just things like that. I'm just like, well, maybe he could be. But I don't know. With them switching spots, I don't feel like Flash trapped Savitar in there.
Yeah.
Like, he went in Speed Force, made the suit, came back out all crazy.
Yeah, I thought about that too.
I'm just wondering what, like, the I created myself kind of thing, like. So if that's a future Savitar, there has to be a current
He said
Savitar.
that you'll witness my creation. That was what he said.
So he has to be, like, in present day somewhere.
But is he just going to be somebody, or is he going to be somebody we know? I don't know. Do you think that Savitar was that fast because he was in the Speed Force?
I think that, like, the first time they fought, like, I think he was still trapped there, and they had to get the Philosopher's Stone in the Speed Force.
Yeah.
So whenever he showed up and only speedsters could see him, and whenever he had Flash and was going all over the place real fast, I think it's because the Speed Force was flipping
Because
him
the Speed
around.
Force was all throughout the entire city. That's why he was in the whole
That's why
city.
he was, like, everywhere at once.
I wonder because he's out, is he not as fast, you think?
I'm hoping. Like, whenever, like, HR or Harrison Wells, whichever one it was up there with the gun,
Yeah.
hoping he can actually see versus him being invisible.
If he's not in the Speed Force, like, trapped in the Speed Force, then he should be able to be visible.
Yeah.
That was the only reason that they could see him, was because they were speedsters. So now that he's in the real world, everybody should be able to see him.
Yeah, I'm hoping maybe he's not quite as fast.
Yeah.
Dude, Caitlin is saying, I'm sorry, she should have just kept it hidden. Wally wouldn't have known where it was. He wouldn't have thrown it in the Speed Force.
True. But
Right.
she didn't know that. I mean, she revealed it because she thought she had made a mistake, not because she actually, what she was doing was good.
Yeah, but later on, like at the end there, she's like, I'm sorry, it's my fault. Like, no, you should have kept it hidden.
Yeah.
Wally would have never known.
I like the beginning that, like, am I crazy or is there a new theme when all three speedsters are going? Yeah, that little dun 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 dun. That's new. Never heard that before. Is that like a Flash family theme or something?
Could it just be a
random? I
Maybe
don't know.
We're in Legends today.
Maybe, I don't know. Blake Neely seems to pay attention to that kind of stuff, so I wonder what that is. We'll hear it again. Maybe it'll be like when all three species come together and it's
Yeah.
You know, I don't know.
So I'm wondering if we got the betrayal of it yet.
Well,
If Wally is meant to be the fate worse than death as being trapped in Speed Force for all eternity, which that would suck.
yeah, that would suck.
Who's the betrayal?
Will it make him faster though?
I don't know.
Who's the betrayal? We don't have that one yet, I guess. One of you will fall. That'll be Iris, is what they would say.
Well, maybe, yeah. I would assume it'd be Iris.
I'm assuming that's what he means when he's prophesizing.
If the future doesn't change, Iris dies. So then who's the other one that betrays? I'd always said that it was going to be the Wests in general because of all of it happening with them.
Fucking Iris betrayed Barry. Leaving him on the bed. Like, I understand her being mad about the other stuff.
Yeah.
But, like, that's your dude. Like, you love him. He loves you. And because you're upset, you don't support him while he's going through this terrible thing.
While he's healing?
Yeah.
I mean, she just lost her brother, too.
Yeah, I know. But shouldn't she, like, have the support of the person that she loves? And not just fucking leave him there on his bed? I don't like this ring engaged drama thing much.
You were all for it before.
I liked them being engaged, but I don't like. I thought that he said that I got that ring from. I had Joe keep the ring until today. He said that last week, right? So wait, he go in to steal it?
I guess. I mean, he could. He's fast.
I guess so, but that seems okay. So he didn't. I don't know. I don't see it as being that bad. It also seems strange that Wally just got that from not seeing a ring. He could have just assumed that she wasn't wearing it. Or, not look at her hand while
yeah, it wasn't the first thing I thought of, too. Like, whenever I went in and, oh, she's not wearing a ring. Like, does something happen in between now that makes it... Joe had that statement about, like, you didn't ask for my permission. I was going to be like, is Joe more against this than Barry thinks? And, like, they're going to be like, well, we're going to hold off, or what? But I kind of get the idea of, like, he didn't propose out of just love. It also was a proposal out of fear, too.
Yeah.
So I can kind of understand that a little bit, so...
But, I mean, it is out of fear. But, I mean, it's not like... I mean, he did propose out of love as well. It's not like he's like, oh, I mean, I don't know who this chick is, but I'll propose to her so she's alive. I mean, he does love her. They do get married. They already know that.
Yeah.
You
get married because he's afraid of the other one's going to die?
That happens all the time. I mean, like, when soldiers go off to war, they'll get married before they go off because, like, what if I die? Like, I want to be married to you before I die.
So they did that so they got the money while they were in...
Might be part of it. I don't know if you can get Savitar insurance or not.
No, I don't think so.
You should be able to, though.
No, you don't get
Why?
No.
Fucking
no.
insurance.
Geico doesn't cover that.
I hate insurance.
Fucking Geico.
Sponsored by Geico.
Do you think that he can vibe the sword thing? The blade?
Maybe.
Like, can he use that to find him? He
Possibly.
always needs, like, a piece of something to vibe, usually, right?
So, we've seen the back of Savitar's head, right?
When?
Remember, what episode was it where we saw, like, he had, like, black hair and he's like it looked like he was like a tanner guy, maybe?
What?
Yeah, there was an episode...
I don't remember ever seeing him out of his suit.
Yeah, there was an episode... I can't remember when it was, but I'm certain that we saw, like, the back of Savitar. Now, granted, they would have done what these TV shows normally do and cast a different actor to do that thing, and then they'll have something else.
They showed Jay Garrick fighting Zoom.
Yeah, I know.
I don't trust whatever you're saying. Nope.
But some people commented on that and said that he was actually fighting his time remnant. So they did see it. Remember, because he had to convince his time remnant to do something? People were saying that. I don't know. I'm like 90% certain that we saw the back of Savitar, and he didn't look like anybody we knew. So, I don't know. Who the extra amigo is? Bill Murray?
Dan Aykroyd?
Yeah.
It always seemed like back then there was like a group of people that always were like doing the same things, kind of like how
SNL people, yeah.
Yeah, kind of like how like Adam Sandler has like this group, and you always see the same ones. You know, you always had Chevy Chase and Bill Murray and Dan Aykroyd and Steve Martin and stuff like that. And
we are the three amigos. Remember that part? I love it. You remember that part? Come on.
I ain't made that up.
Nope.
HR lives. HR's not gonna die.
That's what he said. Wally said that he was slower after he had fought Savitar, but I have to assume that means that he was just distracted and he wasn't going as fast, right?
Yeah, that's what they were saying when they were talking about it.
I didn't know if there was like...
He's in your head. He's messing with you and you're not focusing.
Yeah, I didn't know if somehow Savitar was like siphoning speed from him somehow to be able to do what he's doing. But
no, I mean, he was able to open up the speed force too.
Trick, yeah.
That's all I have. I was just trying to write down like ideas of like Caitlyn turns into Killer Frost. Like, would she betray them? Is she not going to do that? Is that just something that they have going on that isn't going to be a thing?
Yeah.
Just to like, oh, I bet she does this.
I got a couple more things. One, Jessie just not in this episode much. They they benched her for the fire thing for some reason. Because she's like, well, she's looking at the ring.
Well, they spent so much CGI on the monkeys.
I suppose so.
They had to make a whole suit, and they couldn't have a third speedster.
Yeah, they made a whole suit. That was very surprising to me. Savitar is now a practical prop. I mean, I always prefer that if you can do it. It did look... I mean...
It looks a little different.
When you have a CG thing, you don't have to take it seriously. In your head, you're just thinking like, oh, that's CG. That's that character. I'm not thinking about practically. When you see the suit, you're like, man, that looks bulky, you know? But it looks cool. It certainly looks cool.
Well, I think the CGI Savitar was taller. And it was more, like, slender.
Yeah.
You know? Like
that's what I'm saying. It looks boxy. Because there's an actual person in there. Yeah, it's interesting.
It's just... It doesn't quite look as Transformer-ish, I guess.
Yeah.
In the suit form.
I'm just saying, I mean, if you had animatronic Transformers, they're going to look different. Some would say better, some would say worse than the CGI Transformers we get, you know?
Yeah.
Like, can you imagine seeing, like, practical that shit happening in front of you? Like, you would just process it differently. So when I see this Savitar, I just look at him differently now. I'm not saying it's bad, I'm not saying it's worse or or better.
I would,
but I like it.
I just feel like there was such a distinct difference between the two versions.
Yeah.
That I wish they would have like started with the suit and then did CGI to make it look similar to the suit. Mm-hmm. Whereas I feel like it went backwards. Like, well, we can't quite make it look like that, so let's make it look like this.
I mean, the only thing, yeah, I get you. It does look a little bit like Super Sentai Power Ranger look to it. Mm. But the thing that I get excited by is like if they spent the money to make a suit, that means that they're gonna have Savitar in a lot. Like, he's going to be in here a lot. They're not going to spend the money making that suit to save money from CG if he's not going to be in this thing a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, it's interesting. There's all these false engagements.
Huh?
Like, who? Felicity and Oliver got engaged, and then now they're engaged.
Yeah, but they got married.
Huh?
They got married.
No, they didn't. They got engaged. And then the marriage thing was false to get Cupid.
Oh. Well, they didn't have They didn't have a false engagement, though. Like, it was real.
It lasted, like, not very long. I'm not saying, like, false in the sense of fake or made out of fear or whatever, like Barry's talking about. I'm talking about, like, stalled. Like, people that we know or are in-game are going to get together or something like that, and they get engaged and they don't. So that's the second one, CW now.
You can't have it because then it destroys all the shippings.
Does it?
Yeah, right?
That's the most important part. I forgot. Forgive me.
Like, dang it, I was shipping Iris and HR together. Now they've ruined it.
I thought Iris and Wally would be really good together. They're brother and sisters. So's Barry and Iris.
The one thing I also liked, I just thought of this too, talking of HR, was Jesse upset and leaving, and then HR coming to be like,
I know I'm not your dad, but here you go.
I like that little moment. It's good.
Last thing I got, Aaron. Do you think that there are going to be any consequences for Julian being a walkie-talkie?
No. Being a walkie-talkie?
Yeah.
You mean just contacting Savitar?
Every time they contacted Savitar, he just... I wonder if there's going to be a consequence to doing that. I mean, now that Savitar's back, or the Philosopher's Stone is back, does Savitar have it? Is it going... What's going to affect Julian? I can't imagine that there's just not going to be any more Dr. Alchemy stuff.
He had to have left with it, right? With the Philosopher's Stone? Like, he has it on his person?
I don't think he gave it to Wally.
Right? Or else he'd be able to get out somehow, right?
I don't know.
As far as Julian, I don't think there's going to be an issue with getting...
So they can just contact... Well, they don't have to contact
They're
him
done
anymore.
now, yeah. I think he didn't like it because he doesn't like that voice coming out of him. I mean, he could go back to maybe being Dr. Alchemy somehow. Yeah. Maybe. But I don't think it's because of them contacting Savitar. I think if that's going to happen, it would happen anyway. And I don't know how his power works with that. Speedster, who's in the Speed Force, can control this guy to do stuff.
That might be the Philosopher's Stone and not necessarily the Speed Force. Like, maybe because Julian had so much contact with it, he's susceptible to that stone. and Savitar had a piece of it, right?
Well, I guess.
There's got to be.
I thought they had Savitar. I thought they had the whole thing at one point, but they needed it thrown into the Speed Force. But then when they did it, part of it broke off.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know how it works. I think he was contacting. That has to be the Philosopher's Stone has a link to the Speed Force, and then when he had the stone, it gave that link to Savitar to him.
Maybe the Philosopher's Stone is somehow connected to how he gets his speed too.
So maybe if they get the Philosopher's Stone, they'll be able to contact Wally.
Yeah.
Maybe they can plug him in and contact. He starts talking as Wally instead. Imagine that. Instead of like Flash, it's just Barry, help.
So Savitar had his acolytes do this whole chant thing in the hopes that Barry would show up and see that the box is there, in the hopes that Wally would be there to see that the box was there, in the hopes that Caitlin would show where she hid her piece, in the hopes that Wally would steal it, in the hopes of throwing it back in the Speed Force. Like, whenever those guys are like, he's 10 steps ahead of you, because like, he literally was. Like, he predicted a lot of those things from those things happening, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the only reason those guys are doing that shit? When there's an empty box, oh!
Yeah, it's all a show, I guess.
Yeah, okay.
Just to get Wally to be happy with Fane, to be desperate that he has to save Iris, to make a mistake.
Okay. Just wondering.
Okay.
That's all I got.
That's all I got.
Q. N. Aries. Felix. Will the future just happen as Barry saw it? Pretty much everything is set up like it was, just with slightly different news now. Savitar knows what they're doing, but I guess because he was in the Speed Force, he could sense that shit happening. I don't know how that works.
I guess it's going to happen pretty much the same thing. I mean, the only thing they really changed was that instead of Flash capturing that one guy, Kid Flash captured that one guy, right?
Well...
Is there any other real, like, changes they made?
Did,
The gorilla's still attacked.
Did Luigi's close?
Yeah, they still closed because that dead body.
Okay.
And they're going to have to open up under a new name. Like, I'm just trying to think of anything that they really changed from the future.
I mean, it wasn't much of a gorilla attack.
No, but they might still.
They didn't have to recover, did they?
They got to fix that car in that building.
Yeah, that's newsworthy. Steve, get ready for this theory. I think Savitar is Eddie. He called everybody by their first name, and the way he says Barry and Joe, I don't know. He did also say he's gone insane 1,000 times over and keeps mentioning Iris loving Barry. What do you think? He said the word Thawne, referring to Reverse Flash. Yeah. So, but he wasn't like,
I don't want
my descendant.
I don't want to see Eddie come back as a bad guy there, though.
Me either.
Like, he went out saving everyone in season 1. You know, like I'd rather it be someone else.
I agree.
No, I don't think it's gonna be him. I think if they're gonna bring him back, they're gonna do it in a different way.
It's good thinking outside the box, though, because like it makes it set up like it's going to be somebody we know. Like, I'm gonna take your mask off, see you. You know, and you take it off, and just some fucking guy like, ah! No teeth or some shit.
It's Robbie.
Robbie. He was lost in the Speed Force, kinda.
I don't know. He went in that one big old thingy.
Yeah.
That was I don't know.
I don't know. This is strange. We have a person called Win iPhone 7 Plus, and they said, "You think Savitar is future Barry or Barry's son? Upset what Barry has done?"
I am Future Flash.
I always said that's weird because this is a giveaway Twitter. It literally says @giveaway. But they much watched our Flash
they
stuff.
Want to put in a question.
They put in a question. So I guess you guys can win an iPhone 7 if you go do that. But do you think Savitar is a future Barry or Barry's son? He said, "I am the future Flash." There's I am the future Flash or I am the future Flash. Which one is it?
I don't know.
Which one, Aaron?
You gotta listen to how he says it.
He said it fast.
Well, then he probably didn't have a comma. Because you gotta pause. You go, I am the future.
Yeah, but he's
Flash.
the god of speed.
I'm the future Flash.
He could just be fast.
I'm the future Flash.
I'm the future Flash.
I feel like it has to be someone we know.
Yeah.
I feel like it's gonna be a surprise when it happens.
Hopefully it is a surprise. The best thing is there's no obvious answer.
I want to be surprised because we already called the Julian thing.
We did.
We're like, yeah, Julian's alchemy has to be.
Technically, in the beginning of the season, we didn't call him because we ruled him out immediately for being too obvious.
It can't be him, yeah. that was like the idea of like Agent Chase.
We were like, that's so obvious it can't be him because we're not that stupid, and we were.
Flash and Arrow both.
Yep. A lot of people thinking that he might be Barry from the future, but crazy.
No, I don't think that's right because unless future Barry went crazy and threw himself in the Time Force or the Speed Force
himself.
to stop himself, But then why is he coming back to stop himself?
Maybe that's why he had to wait or create a Kid Flash. Like, cause I was thinking, like, well, could he have replaced himself with Flash, with Barry? But he had to pick Kid Flash. So much that he had to create Kid Flash. So, I don't know.
I don't know. Like, he also is like, you'll witness my creation.
Yeah.
And only I can create my own greatness. So I gave myself Speed Force. I don't know. Some of those stuff makes me feel like it couldn't be Barry.
Sure. Well, Carol said, mark my words, Wally will become Savitar in Speed Force.
See, that's what I said too, but I feel like it's... he's going to build a suit
so
in there?
he replaced himself with himself?
Yeah, I don't think so either, because now that has happened, I thought maybe before, but it's just the wording of, like, Flash imprisoned me in the Speed Force. Well,
Yeah,
Flash didn't
Savitar made Wally, so if Wally is Savitar in the future, then who made the original Savitar? Wally. You know?
Maybe Wally eventually gets powers?
I don't know.
I don't think so. Not anymore. I was thinking that beforehand, but if this is the imprisonment, it wasn't by Flash. Like, Wally has to get out somehow.
Yeah.
I just feel like there's too many other things that make it seem not so.
Sure. Darth Karas says, out of Reverse Flash, Zoom, and Savitar, which bad guy terrifies you the most in terms of personality, not speed? I'm going to go Zoom because I feel like Zoom represented a threat to everybody and not just a threat to the Flash. Like, he was constantly, like, attacking the police station, and he brought all those metas, and they were attacking people. Reverse Flash seemed pretty focused on just getting home and attacking Flash. Mm-hmm. And then Savitar, kind of the same, getting home out of the Speed Force.
I think Savitar.
Yeah?
I think Savitar I like his voice, and I like how he has this sharp thing that comes out of his suit.
Sure.
Like, kills people. I don't know. I think he's more threatening. I want to see him and Zoom fight each other.
Well, I'll just go ahead and say that it's Black Flash is the most terrifying right now. Because he has no mind.
That thing
He's
is kind
all
of scary.
power. He's just a zombie.
That thing is kind of scary.
Yeah. Does HR never wash his clothes? I guess he's wearing the same clothes. That was Perry Van Wessel.
Could have to do with his boxers.
Yeah. He's always doing... I can't. This is not long enough. I can't do it.
She said.
Todd Joseph. Now we know Caitlin betrays the team and Wally suffers a fate worse than death. Who do you think will die? I don't know.
I'm not voting with the Caitlin betraying the team thing.
She didn't really betray... I don't know. That wasn't really a betrayal. That was a betrayal. That was weak.
Yeah. I don't know if that's the betrayal. The fact that she hid a stone, which, if she would have kept it, would have kept Wally from from freeing Savitar. No. She betrayed him by showing him the stone.
Yeah. Who do you think will die? I don't think it necessarily means, like... I don't think Savitar is straight up giving, like, some kind of holy prophecy. Like, I don't think it's 100% certain that someone will die this season. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's from the future. He saw those events happen, and his prophecy is, like... It's like me saying, like, well, George Washington will be president. It's not like if I went back in time and that was a prophecy that it would happen, they could probably still change it if they wanted to.
Well, I don't know. That's the whole thing about changing time, though.
You could change it.
Can you?
Yeah.
Can you?
Yeah. They's got some fucking fucker in the Speed Force fucking shit up.
He wasn't doing anything.
Yeah, he was. He was doing shit.
What?
He was
trapped.
He was manipulating Wally.
Yeah.
Coming out and
this
talking
episode,
like, I'm your mom.
What?
Huh?
This episode, that was it.
Yeah.
I don't know. It is the same thing, though, as, like, if you go back in time and say George Washington becomes president, it's still those, in their eyes, would be a prophecy, right?
Well, yeah, no, I get that, but I'm saying, like, the source of it. I don't think Savitar saying, like, one will do this, one will do this, one will do this, means that it will happen in the context of the show. I think that it's just, those are just goalposts that are part of his plan and part of his past, so he has a good reason to believe in them happening. But all I'm saying is I don't think that it's for sure.
You're saying they're going to change the future and that stuff won't happen?
Not all of them. I mean, we already had one person that's suffering a fate worse than death right now.
Yeah.
But I don't think it means that, like, someone has to die. Like, I don't think this is a grave situation like we had in Arrow.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like just because he called it a prophecy doesn't mean it's like, if someone doesn't die at the end of the season, like, what the fuck? Someone's supposed to die. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think it's like that. Sonny said, Savitar, I made myself. Savitar to Wally, I gave you speed. Wally disappears. Savitar appears. Wally equals Savitar.
No. That was my wacky theory, and it went away.
I'm not going to fight it because Aaron is fighting his own theory. Jeffrey said, does Jesse have any reason to stay on this Earth if Wally is going to spend all of his time in the Speed Force?
Dad,
she's going to try to get him out.
He never shows me any attention. He just spends all his day playing with the Speed Force.
What they need to do, oh, this is brilliant. Go back and say, Harry, Wally hurt me. He's like, there's no way in the multiverse I won't find you, is what he said. Like, if you hurt her. So, just you slap herself in the face, say, Wally did this, and have him go find him, and then we can get Wally back.
He can't go to the Speed Force.
That's my theory, Aaron.
It's not a theory.
Yep.
It's a silly half-brain...
No, Aaron, shut up! Dan P. said, why does Savitar look like he's cosplaying as Savitar? That's a funny one.
I just think that they were trying to make a suit based on the CGI they made, which the CGI looked really good.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, we can't quite make it look like this, but we can do this. Like, well, that works. I like that. All right.
Yeah. I think that they...
I just wonder if the CGI is going to be like, well, now we're going to make CGI of this. So they had a CGI and then a suit based on that, and then they have CGI based on the suit.
Yeah. Well, if there is such a thing as, like a line, and up here they pull it off, and here it doesn't really work, I think they're right here.
For the suit?
Like, it just barely works for me. Like, it's not, like, amazing, and it's not terrible, and it's not, I think it's, like a couple fractions
just
in front of the line.
Just above the line?
Yeah, that's what I would say. And we'll end with this one. Louis said, I don't have a question, but you guys rock. I was happy to donate on Patreon.
Thank you.
Thank you, Louis. So we're going to end with that. So, Aaron, we need a poll for this week. Savitar suit. We previously seen Savitar CGI, and we did see him CGI a few times this time as well. But we have a new suit design. Do you like it? Does it work for you? Or do you hate it and you think it's stupid?
I don't want to say that I love it.
It's okay?
But I think it passes enough.
Okay. Think it's awesome. It's okay. Think it looks stupid.
We should give it a 5-point system.
5 points?
I mean? Like, strongly agree, strongly disagree.
Yeah.
It's really awesome. It's okay. And then, I don't really like it. I hate it.
Sure. 5-point system for this suit.
It's take those things when you go in and you take those little poll tests.
The things that I just hate
doing. Do you strongly agree, strongly disagree? And everyone's just like, middle. 3, 3, 3, 3.
So all of those questions that you have to, we need to fill that shit out. Like, I don't know what the fucking, I'll just do the first option for all of them. Go do that on patreon.com/blindwave. And that's it, Aaron. We're done.
Yes. Do you agree that do you strongly agree we should hit the button, or do you strongly disagree?
Whatever the first option is.
And